Hello, everyone who's watching the video. I thought to invite Ugne for a chat. Um, for me, she's a very special, how to say, human being with very beautiful gifts that I don't hear very often about. And so I thought I will just use this opportunity that I know this person, and I'll invite her for a chat to maybe talk a little bit about those gifts. What are they? What are they for? And at all, anything that comes up related to you being now available, you Ugne being now available for a chat. So may I ask you to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, thank you Ida for inviting me. And first I want to make it like sort of set the tone for this chat, that it's not about me, it's about everyone who's watching this. It's about everyone's potential, what we're capable of if we allow ourselves to be who we truly, truly wish to be. So thank you for watching. And about me, I'm a 38-year-old, currently live in Lithuania. I'm a professional, I'm a writer. I, let's say, have a normal job, down-to-earth job. But I also have a life, let's say, with a twist, like a quirky side to me, which I had since teenage years. And I feel it's coming from my mother's lineage very much. So I honor it by expressing it, by giving it, just being a channel for this energy. Because not expressing of what we inherit, what we have, is a bit of what I call sacred arrogance. Just keep it to yourself, play it small. You know, who do you think you are? That's one side. And the other extreme is thinking that, oh, I'm a channel, oh, I'm so special, I know it, or I can heal you. So just to be clear, no channel can heal you. A channel is just an impulse who gives you a helping hand, let's say. And a helping hand can be through sound, through movement, and through touch. And that's just my truth from my experience, not the books of gold, not through theory, but through practice. So, yeah, it's a quite a broad topic, channeling, and it's very becoming fashionable these days. And I feel it's very important to say, to be discerning who you listen and why you listen, and if you want to channel, why you want to channel. Because there is a distinction between curiosity and genuine heart calling to express what you feel like. Okay, there's something really going on. It can feel like in the body, maybe goosebumps, maybe just unexplainable longing to express yourself. Now that's a clear sign you have to express yourself. It can be, a start can be from anything, just drawing or talking, singing, dancing. But often, I must admit, initiation in this is often something quite dramatic. So it could be a disease, like it was in my case. It could be a loss of someone close, a family member, a friend. It could be just anything, like something that feels really tragic and which just inevitably cracks your heart open. And like you're on your knees in front of life, in front of source, God, whoever you believe in. And there is no choice but to express your heart, because that's it. You reach the bottom, you want to heal, and the only way to heal is heal yourself by yourself, with others' help, but to express yourself. So for me, it was, yes, an autoimmune disease called endometriosis, which statistically, globally, 1 in 6 women have. It's called like a global silent pandemic, because it's become more and more prevalent in 21st century. So it's quite high number, 1 in 6, and it's still quite a taboo because women are quite embarrassed. But the irony is, the more suppression there is, the more power there is. So it's like discovering your wound is a blessing in disguise, and it's a process which needs to be honored. So for me, this healing journey began maybe 12 years ago. Can't remember, but long time ago. And one of the healing tools that helped me to unlock channeling, that's after I detoxed physical body, I must say. So physical body detox, again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not to say how you have to do it, but for me it was celery juice, fasting, just live foods, probiotics. I made my own probiotic drinks and so on. But that's not the topic for today. So
next time.
Yeah. So when I reached this, let's say, another layer of healing crisis, I went through a divorce. So then light language unlocked in me, which was very unexpected. And it was a moment when I just felt like no support from anyone, very lonely, but not alone, really. So it all just started automatically talking through me, and these beings introduced to me who they were. And then I met my teacher, my mentor, who was a medium. And then I explained to her what's going on, what can it be? Because, it was quite specific names, messages. And she said, it's okay. It's all, you're normal. More and more people will be like that. So it's like a DNA upgrade, let's say. If your mind needs an explanation to come down that you're not, bipolar, schizophrenic, or whatever, it's let's say you get a DNA upgrade, especially when you detox your body and you open your heart, and just next step is inevitably you just is bypassing the ego, that light language that came through me, and that really helped me just switch up your ego and just talk whatever. And it's not this rambling like blah, blah, but you feel it, that it's light language, which is healing. First of all, you, because unless you heal, you can't give anything to others. That healing. And so I just felt it in my body again, goosebumps, and just breathing became more smooth, deeper, slower. It's just natural, like babies breathe, through tummy. Mm-hmm. And just this gratitude, and just these tears of unexplainable bliss. And you will know in your heart that it's pure grace to receive that. So yeah, but it does have pitfalls. After that, you can go down, because when you're upgrading, these old programs still need to be, let's say, deinstalled, so that deinstallation, it's a process which, again, needs to be honored. And when you go down, that's when you need to have your, let's say, spiritual first aid kit. It can be, again, anything, from yoga to breathing, moving, dancing, going to nature, sleeping, anything you need to find. For me, it took 3 years to find what my practices are, like yoga and dancing and nature. And just, again, singing, dancing to myself. Sometimes I record it and then just re-listen. That's my medicine. but everyone has to discover their own. Also, Qigong was really good. You really feel that, just that fluid, watery energy, and that's very feminine as well. So yeah, it really helped me. So that's a shortcut answer.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I'm surprised you mentioned Qigong, because I started with it maybe like half a year ago, and actually that was the moment when in my heart I felt this is what I've been searching for the last 10 years since I started meditating and so on, exploring. This is exactly what I was searching for, and that was the feeling that I am touching myself, but not physical body touching myself, but I am almost like making love to my energy through my energy. Is basically like, yeah, that I am touching myself energetically, and but not this physical body, but that the whole being, and through different sequences, different movements in different ways. Is it like combing? Is it washing? Is it, so I didn't know you did the Qigong, but yeah.
Yeah, Lee Holden, Lee Holden, he's like Mantak Chia's student, and I like that he combines Mantak Chia's quite strict classic techniques, which he sort of distills them and applies them to modern man who is very busy. That those movements that really work. I haven't for a few years, but it really helped me when my body was very stiff, and I was like, oh, I don't know where to begin. So Qigong is the place to begin. If you feel very stiff, if you don't feel like you are embodied, because unless you're embodied, you just can't. Let's say, how it's popular to say, ascend, okay? Which is actually descending in your body. Hello, where are you? Come back. So yeah, that's another point I can mention, that when I started doing, when I devoted myself to doing yoga daily, when I found my technique, your body becomes more transparent, like to receive more. It's not about meditating more and, chanting and just like, running away, or like astral traveling, whatever. No, it's about embodying. And then I started receiving messages after yoga. I was like, I'm lying in Shavasana, and then messages just come, and very clearly. Sometimes, close friends, relatives would come through with specific messages. And I thought, what is that? And then I would pass them on, and they would just be in time, I would have no idea what the person is going through. And it just clicks them, that little button that they needed. Like maybe it's confirmation, maybe it's encouragement, maybe it's support, maybe it's something very important and very delicate, very dear to their heart. So it was like, wow, that does work. So it's the more you are grounded, actually, the more you receive information, because you are capable it's capable of that all flow to go down, not to get stuck here, or it just goes down. And that's why many in spiritual communities can be ungrounded, because they're too here, open here. But a tree has to have strong roots in order to grow. Without roots, it's just wobbly, So it's okay, maybe. Everything is an experience. Nothing is good or bad. But I'm sharing experience. So, yeah.
And now you said that, you even would get those messages coming through while in Shavasana. Do they always come when you are, relaxed in this peaceful state of mind, when your body is perfectly, like comfortable and, like safe, or it comes whenever it comes? It comes in all different types of situations. And is it that So in order for you to be a channel, you need to constantly be in that calm, peaceful state, physically and mentally, or it kind of, once it unlocks, that's it. Like,
no, definitely no. Recently actually, I realized sometimes that channeling can be as simple as just being present, just in your stomach, let's say, just feeling safe and nurtured just by yourself, just by your beingness. And it's something I try to express through words now. And I'm not sure if words do it justice, but I do hope those who listen feel it. Because if they mean it, it's definitely not just sitting, in lotus pose or after yoga or, being all peaceful, no sounds around, no nothing, no distractions. No. It's it's like, let life live through you. Life is up and down. It's all everything. It's a good practice to go somewhere in a busy place, cafe or something, and sit there and maintain that stillness and that open channel or unconditional love that you say you have, and see what triggers you. And that's also channeling. Or you're going to channel to others who you feel maybe don't feel well, or you can listen to their phone calls and they have problems. Life happens. And what kind of channel are you then? Where are you? In your head? Are you in your heart? Are you in your stomach? And it's all okay, but just observe and see if you get triggered. And I often tend to go to cafes to work with computer just for that, just to see how people live. Because I really feel it's like, I don't know how to say, just energy bodies, I just feel them, and then I try to learn from them, I would say. And for me, that's like unconditional love training in practice. When you are in a crowded room or a public place, because there's so much, I will say there was so much hatred globally, which we can all feel with, war station and so on. And like recently I was in Vilnius and I was walking this very popular street, and there was so much hatred to Russia. It was incredible. Lots of writings on it. Was very popular, let's say, partying street. And I was shocked because, the more you hate, the more you escalate hate. And it's a bit like, oh, I hate Trump because he hates others. So who will say, okay, stop it? Yeah. Anyway, a different topic. But yeah, it's a bit like, how do you find peace when it's in the midst of very deep darkness, which is sacred as well. It's art. It's really art. It's also training, devotion, and discipline to your daily practice, committing to yourself, committing to your truth, the truth that never betrayed you, that was always waiting for you to come back. It's always in you. It's only your truth, unique truth, not special, but unique. Because we're all unique, not special. Because when we feel special, then hatred starts breeding.
Also the division, right? What is special, what's not, what is better, who's not, who is clearer channel, who is not that clear, no? And the division or comparison starts then.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. In some communities, there is distinguishment between maybe medium and then trans channel and then something else. I don't know all the names. I don't know all the drawers in a cupboard, how to distinguish them, how to name them, to label them. All I know is that I'm committed to purity, to source, and to myself. And I allow any energy that it comes only from pure love to come through me. Pure love. And so far, all good. And not take things so seriously. Like some compare, like, oh, medium is, they talk with only with dead people, or trans channel is like direct channel. Oh, you channel some deities. I channel from source directly. Honestly, once it was actually my own experience when I was talking with a dear friend, and she told me with a very serious face, Ugne, you channel all sorts of beings, gods, deities, and I channel directly from source. I was like, "Whoo, that's good. That's good." And that's also how are you going to react to that? Wow. And then she realized after a while, and then we both laughed. So that's really good, how are you going to react to this? Okay, you are better, you're not better. And yeah, it's we all have unique roads. If we were all similar, it would be boring, wouldn't it?
Yeah. See. But you know what? Also, how you're gonna react, it so much depends on the awareness, on the not level, on the amount of awareness you have at that moment, right? Because if it touches your trigger point, let's say, oh no, I thought that I'm channeling straight from that, from that source, yeah, not the deities, whatever, like if it's I mean, it really the reaction really depends on the amount of awareness, no, and understanding. I mean, if you would have thought one is better than another, or if you have thought that there, like, if you wouldn't have known that deities, whatever, exist, and you thought channel that that main source. I mean, can you anyway can react in many different ways, right? But without knowing, it's so much easier, or without having that truth that you feel is the truth to you, right? It's so easy to get lost in those, what is right, what is wrong, or what is that higher thing, or what is that better thing than the other one,
Mm-hmm. It's about trust. Eventually, all leads to trust. What has to come through comes through. You're not given more than you can digest, than you can handle. It's trust that you're safe, that you're loved, and that you channel God. How can God get wrong? How can Source, the creator of all that is, be wrong? And we all, I feel, come with this childlike curiosity, sacred curiosity of know thyself. This truism that was known for centuries. All the philosophers wanted to know thyself. And now we reach that point of evolution when it's just different level of consciousness. And do we really know how it was in those old times of know thyself? Maybe they did channel, maybe they did communicate with other civilizations. Some say, how did they build pyramids? Maybe they built them with help of ETs. We don't know. We didn't stand there. didn't witness, but it's all just maybe.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to be humble about it, and I mean, when to what comes through to you. So again, stressed and that also that which comes through already is, because you can't physical expression of what you say do is like the last step in materialization on earth. You can't express what is not, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's you allow yourself to be a vessel. You don't take ownership. You just enjoy it and trust. And I had a huge process of trust. I remember. And when I realized that ultimately the very root cause of distrust is fear of death. I mean, all fears, eventually, when you deduct, they lead to fear of death. And that's just very innocent and just sacred confusion, like I say, So, and another side of trust is trusting again source or God or whoever you believe in. That, if you distrust what comes through you, then you distrust the ultimate creator. So come on. And then you laugh. okay, I need to, And then you wait for some full moon or new moon, then you purge or something, and then it's all good. you know?
But it's already already a couple of times you mentioned this, that it's not me, it's going through me, and about staying humble, right? And that you are just the vessel, right? How, like, or what did you do to not identify with it, that, oh, it's me, through me is such amazing thing happening, so many people, how to not go into that side of, getting proud of it, because not everyone express it, right? Maybe many people have these abilities to channel or still did not realize them, but how not to start feeling, so important and special, like you said, not special, yeah? Like, what did you do, or at all did you have this phase?
I feel it's very important to get in touch with your inner child, because all the tantrums come from inner child's wounds eventually. It's a bit like distrust leads to death. Yeah, fear of death. So all these how did you say, association,
Yeah.
that it's me, it's blah blah, it's eventually I feel that it's inner child, because if you are mature, grown up, you look at things. You realize you don't know nothing. You know nothing. And actually, over the last year, that was my mantra. Like, I know nothing, and yet I witness miracles daily, and that did work. So it's this combination of honoring your inner child. That, do you believe in miracles? Like, read Little Prince. Honestly, that's like, for me, it's the favorite book for my inner child. And honor your adult as well, meaning when you take responsibility for what comes through, it's so sacred. You can't even think like, oh, it's me, it's about me. I don't know. I don't feel like I had a huge process in associating, because I had it so early, maybe since teenage years, and it's just never occurred to me it's me. But I did witness, and I'm very grateful, through other people, associations that, oh, I'm Jesus, like I was Cleopatra in past life or something like that. And that's also a process. Yeah, but I feel the most straight answer is connect with your inner child. When you think it's all about you, that you are the savior, that you are Messiah, that you are the only one who can heal. Yeah, it means your child is hungry for attention, for caring, for love, whatever it is, for play, for just having no rules and getting messy and maybe having a tantrum, and that's okay. And give yourself time, let's say 5 o'clock in the evening, that's it, 15 minutes or 1 hour, I'm gonna punch a pillow and I'm gonna cry and I'm gonna do whatever I wish. That's great, do it. So yeah, and this inner child is quite a broad topic, but I feel that's what I shared is quite good first steps. To connect, maybe just have a photograph of yourself when you were a little, and then just talk to this child, and give him or her what you feel was lacking from your parents or environment or friends and loved ones, and then take it from there, take it slowly, and then eventually you will not want to be all so pompastic and so grand and noticeable, because you feel confident. You don't need to claim that you're some god. You're not. You're not gonna overpower God. It's and it's beautiful process to get there. Yeah, Hare Krishna. The inner child Krishna dance.
Like they dance in London on the streets, right? With the music and dancing. Oh my gosh, it's a feast. A feast
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, exactly. Celebrating. Yeah.
Wow.
And then you want, to celebrate and join with others more. Because when you feel also so, oh, it's only me, then it's a bit lonely and boring. And eventually you'll find yourself alone, and okay, if you're so wow, you're untouchable, whoa, then but it's all, we need everything. It's like without your truth, my truth, anyone else's truth, there wouldn't be so many truths, Like in physics, there are so many beautiful atoms. We need all of that. And just thank you for going through, whoever chooses to go through that. We all learn from each other. Yeah, just gratitude.
And what would be if everyone would, nurture the inner child, the ones that were not nurtured as they were children? What would happen with the world if everyone would come in peace, would give to their children what they need? What if everyone is that fulfilled and at peace, at ease? Like, what would happen with the world then?
Then we would start channeling like language and dance. No, I'm joking.
Who would make those massive projects? Who would be those leaders of countries and of movements and so on?
Yeah, healthy inner child. Yeah, not through distraction. Not through hatred. Maybe not so much of it. Yeah, we do need to destroy to create. That's great, but feed the beast a bit, and then and then leave a bit, don't feed it all. Leave some for creation as well, some energy, and don't get stuck in it, just move it again, move your body, get embodied, and don't get stuck so much to wounds, and because your wound is also just your talent, your healing, when I shared my healing journey with women, so many felt like calm down and just, someone understands me, someone knows, and it's this awakening of sacred femininity, and yeah. Did I answer? Yeah. Yeah. So would you like to share, I'm just curious, how you felt my channeling, how it felt for you?
The first situation that came to my mind, because you helped me a couple of times, I cannot even count how many times you helped me with those channeled messages. But the first situation that came was when my grandpa died. And my grandpa was the person that was kind of keeping the rest of the family together. Like he had this very strong wish: keep this family home there, don't sell it, don't rent it, just keep it as a hub for family, or don't travel too far, just meet again. He was kind of the one that kept the family together. And when he died, and all of us, we flew back to Lithuania for the funeral, it was very interesting that that the general emotional or general feeling among the family members was joy. And that this important person to our family died, but we all felt so joyous. Not really like, yeah, let's no, we even danced, and in Lithuania it's said that in this period, like for 1 month or however, you should not dance, should not sing, dress black, be serious, and so on. But it was so natural, and not unusual for us to celebrate and dance and sing together and laugh. We were laughing so much, and we all noticed it, but we didn't try to suppress it. Like, okay, that's let it be. And after this funeral, I met you, and you were channeling somehow the message from my grandpa, the one that just died, came through you, that he felt very much in peace. He was very happy that he finally could rest this body could rest, and that he was just very he was just very funny in that message, and that he felt this, you felt this lightness and then the joy. And then I realized that, well, indeed, that was that's all right to feel this way, if it's if, because there was also, my mom was a bit like, oh, but is it disrespect for this person who just left? But the message from grandpa that came through you just explained it all, why we felt that peace, because the grandpa was celebrating, because he saw us like happy and together, and just enjoying being together, enjoying dealing with one another. And that was in this contradictory situation, that was like funeral and what you're supposed to do, and at the funeral, and my mom's dad, the only dad, died. That explained that natural feeling that we all intuitively had, so it put me at ease that, okay, that's the nature of this situation. That's nothing wrong to feel okay that someone passed, especially that the grandpa gave the message that it's it's fine, it's time to be together, it's time to enjoy, it's time to celebrate the life. So it was really brought this huge peace, because I was in experiencing that, but still at the same time, somewhere at the corner of the mind, like, is it really right? Am I really feeling that situation, or is it, way of escaping or what?
Mm.
But many times your messages came like trigger points for some really heavy emotions to be expressed, or for where the energy was stagnant in the body, let's say. They just were like the key to that energy to again start flowing. But I have to say that what was for me very profound to experience, that very often it is about not necessarily about the words, like precise words that are being used, but it's the energy that's behind them. Or when the melody comes through your voice, that it's so energetically loaded, but loaded like I every time when I hear it, and when I that thing gets dissolved, or the energy starts moving again, I just have this image of, when you go into a pharmacy and you say, I need this and that and that, and they mix it for you. They create this medicine exactly for you, exactly for your case, for your body, so they pour this and that and that and that, and you have the perfect mixture that's exactly for your case. And so I feel that those messages that came through you, which I listened, um, they were exactly those, like, power, maybe not remedies, but that was exactly what was needed in that moment, or that was exactly at the point. And I think it's very difficult to come to such place, like by the mind, like sitting there, and what would it need at this moment? Maybe this, that, maybe what that would be the problem, so I can solve this problem this and that way. So it's beautiful to experience this power, of that vibration that just comes through you. Vibration, not even vibration. Is it vibration?
Yeah, why not?
I would call it vibration. Because
It was the first sound, so yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That
So,
it. Mhm.
mm, yeah.
It's just straight to that point where it has to go. And it's not like making aware, hey, you are being mean in here, this is blah blah blah. It's sometimes we have this association with straight to the point. When it's painful, it's like causing the pain for hurting, but it's for releasing, for opening up, and straight to the point, for unlocking. So it's like it's healing. It's healing, or it's being supported, um, and held through a certain message or certain vibration. Yeah.
It's probably like being touched by grace.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say by accelerator, whether it's me or somebody else, doesn't matter. Again, it's about trust. Whoever has to serve, to be a catalyst for you in that moment, will come to you. It can be a tree. It can be a coconut water full of electrolytes, Sometimes it's
Mm-hmm.
simple, and sometimes it's just a human being. Sometimes it's a stranger's smile. I know cases when you smile to a stranger and then they say, you know what, I really was contemplating ending my life. That's no joke. So, I always remind myself, be kind to everyone, because you have no idea who is going through what. We all have our masks and roles and makeups and everything. And we all came to Earth to heal eventually. Because if we were sacred saints, and we wouldn't be here. I actually like this whole idea of that we all here. Soul family, like volunteers or star seeds or seedlings. You choose how to call it, but it just helps to, again, to categorize a bit, like what is going on, what is going through me, what's next, where is my tribe. So just, it's okay, you agreed to do this, and find your tribe, gather together, have circles, sharings, channelings in a safe, nourishing environment, and just witness that unfolding in you, in others. And then eventually you'll find your mission, which is so important these days, when actually, sorry, but there's no mission. Just be a decent human being and just live each day to the best of your ability, honoring your highest excitement, again, your inner child, but also with accountability and responsibility, and just decency. Just be kind, There's no magic, no woo-woo, it's all in you. It's just, yes, there are soul contracts, but on your way to your soul contract, to fulfillment, you can enjoy it. You don't need to suffer. There will always be pain, whether it's whether it's others, whether it's, politics, economics, whatever. But you can just, again, I really like, this book, A Man's Search for Meaning, by
Okay.
Rudolf, what's his author? He's a Jewish survivor of Holocaust, and he established logotherapy, which is a meaning therapy, like a third school after Freud and someone else. So he got inspired by this huge suffering, when other people were dying around him, and yet those gods were treating him with respect, because he had self-respect inside. He had this dignity, one thing that no one can take away from me. So, yeah, and I like his famous phrase that between trigger and reaction, there is a space, and in that space lies your power. How do you react? How do you choose to react? I can't change what's happening around me, in the world, in the family, but I can take responsibility for my reaction, and so on. Yeah, and there will be tests. It's I know it sounds nice. Oh yeah. Okay, I'll be there. I already done it. Or like, yeah. But you can't. And then, again, don't take it like, oh no, I reacted. Come on, you're human. Okay, it's all a balance. It's all a balance. You need salt. You need sugar. You need everything. So, just today, like, I was traveling on a bus, and there were two girls, and they were talking about politics, Lithuanian and Ukrainian, and they were like crying. And it's full moon today. It's all full of emotions, and they put this old song, Lithuanian song, when we were fighting for freedom. Beautiful song. They were just playing YouTube videos very loudly on the whole bus, and then people were just, after 15 minutes, "What are you doing? You stupid patriot! Like, what are you doing?" And she started crying. Wow, it's not about, again, who is right or wrong, but just you witness this humanity at play. Someone's very sensitive. Again, I saw the sensitive inner girl who just wanted to feel like, express her memories and nostalgia, and because she related to Ukrainian suffering. And someone else were like, oh, get on with your patriotism and, all these sentimentality, and just, let us be, in silence. It's a bus. It's a public bus. What are you doing, And yeah, so it's just one amongst many examples how you're going to react. Are you going to jump in? Are you going to stay? What are you going to do? Oh, I'm gonna conditional love. I'm gonna pray. What I'm gonna do? And that's it. That's where it begins. Tests like that.
That's what you decide in that little moment, right?
Yeah. Well, it's just one daily example, especially when you're coming retreat where you're all charged up, all fluffy, bunny, and with wings, and then it's like reality, like, oh my God, economic crisis, prices increasing, inflation, recession, and war, and we need to stock up, I don't know what, porridges and grains and toilet paper, whatever. It's okay. Am I gonna preach them? Oh, you don't know. You create your reality. What are you doing? Or am I gonna question them? Simply ask questions. Why are you doing this? But not from, I know better position, but just equals, yeah. And take it from there, and then let the person find the answer by himself or herself, and that's beautiful to witness it. Yeah. So tests are every day, and that's the journey of ascension or descension, whatever you choose to call it.
I was wondering because recently I met people who are normal people, right? Normal people like you and me, but whatever comes up, whenever like any type of emotion comes up, what they say is, oh, just peace and love, unconditional peace and love, like even they were just like, you see, they full of anger. Oh no, peace and love, I love unconditionally. I never say it's good or bad, it's just love, one love. What do you think about such situations? Is it possible actually by the self, let's say, if to say take it from this side, to self-program myself that whatever I feel, whatever is this, tension in my chest, that's peace and love, or I feel this huge pain in my hand because I want to punch someone, is peace and love, or like, what do you think about it?
Yeah. You're just human. I'm sorry. You're just human. You do have these emotions, especially women, It's like we are Earth. We're literally, Often what we're going through is also important, I feel to say, is Earth. Earth is also sending. It's purging. It's blooming. Look at the seasons. It's all sorts of, when someone says you bipolar, well, look at the Earth. It has poles as well, all different contrasts. And so don't think there's something wrong with you, if you want to, I don't know, express your anger, but it doesn't mean be destructive, I mean, what's your limit, But again, find your way. For me, let's say fire breathing is good, stretch pose, and you can even do punching or sports, something physical is very good, but also communicating your anger. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, Kali energy is good. Why not? Why not express that? Because also, I like to say, it's Mother Earth talking through me as well, you know? So, I mean, if you do it from an open heart, not through, again, all self-boasting ego, I'm right, you're wrong, and that's it. That's the conversation, I know better, you don't know. No. But if you express it like this purity, if you see that, at a crying child, are you angry at him or her? No, you feel for that child. You feel that pure pain. You could just feel it with your heart. It's impossible not to. And you feel when it's manipulated, when it's a tantrum. It's like, I want it now, and I don't care what you want. It's so again with humans. If I feel I want to cry out from anger or pain, I will do that. And these are healing tears. So again, this distinguishment, it's through experience and observation. You notice when it's a victim, manipulator or whoever you wish, don't know, call this role, or is it just pure healing? Because tears can be so healing. Notice when you have a good cry, you sleep so well. It's like, oh, it's a deep sleep, and also when you cry, it's like this deep breathing, kicks in, and it's just like clearing through breathing as well. So it's all a body's reaction to want to feel better. So yeah, I'm a big fan of crying. Yeah.
Me too. Then people say, "Oh, you're so sensitive. You're so emotional. Maybe like what? Maybe you should stop meditating." People do say that. Or you said your yoga that makes you so fragile. Like.
Mm.
I also heard that there's such words like you should stop all those practices because life is hard and you have to grow that shield. You have to grow that shield because the life will destroy. Because
So
life is.
thank yourself for triggering them.
Mhm.
Because you were a mirror to them of what they wish to be, but don't let them be. So yay.
Mhm.
I don't take these things personally anymore when I look at it. When I hear that, it's like, yeah, okay, on the way. Yes, I'll see you one day meditating with me or doing yoga. Yay! And we will have a good laugh from what we went. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? Now about the mirrors. How do you know? Like everything is my own mirror, right? How do you know that? Wait, I just had it in my mind. How do you know that? Okay, it's mirroring me. Okay, it's time to look at myself. Where is it coming from? Where am I behaving this way? Where am I being this way? Right? And where is then the place, that different place where, okay, that's about this person. This is not personal about me. How you distinguish those? That okay, that's all of it is in my awareness. Yeah, all of it I am noticing, right? I have the contact to all of it. Is it about me or is it about just seeing, witnessing the other person, right? But how do you then feel when it's actually just you and you do the work and you see the result in the outside, and when it's not actually you, it's just you witnessing that? Or it's all, or you believe it's all just 100% depiction of.
I don't know. My answer is I don't know. But if I get in the loop of questioning, okay, is it mine? Is it theirs? It's like, then I just say, I don't know. I just give up. I give up. I don't know. I give in. I surrender. I don't know. And get into complete void.
Mhm.
This complete neutrality where you almost okay, complete like all the weapons, defenses and distrust and analysis, because 2 questions, 4 answers, 7 questions, 10 answers. It's like no. Actually, there's really good this exercise. You do this it
Mhm.
really clears your brains, like this, literally with your hands. You
From
can do
Kundalini.
you can do like this. Yeah, actually, you are studying Kundalini yoga, you will know. So, but I from practice, I just started doing it intuitively. It really helps. So it's just clearing your head.
Mhm.
So, because if you get lost in a loop of not knowing the answer, it means maybe there is no answer, or you just don't need to know it now. So relax. So get into that void, neutrality, and then start like tabula rasa, start a new
Mhm.
page. I know nothing, and yet I trust it was for a reason. Maybe I will know, maybe not. Can I let go of desire to know? And just life goes on. And Another way, I really like quantum collapse like questions, which really helped me to detach and look at those things that seem negative, actually find the benefits. So let's say something was really annoying me or something I don't understand why it's triggering me. Just write down as many reasons as you can, benefits why this was useful for me, how it benefited me, this experience, this person, this situation, whatever it is. And then write down how it benefited others. So come up with as many reasons as possible. And then your brains will have a feast. And it's like all these neurons, like, blah, blah, honestly, at first it can trigger like, oh, what nonsense is that? And how can it be possibly have any good that someone left me, or like I lost a big amount of money, or like that's ridiculous, That's good. The more cynical, the more negative, the better the result will be.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my experience. And actually, I'll have a workshop on this in a safe space with support and channeling as well. But also, we will start with this practice on the 10th of December in Vilnius. I would be glad to post it in English for English speakers. So if anyone is interested, they can send me a message.
Mm-hmm. So I will then share also the channels through which you are available, or through
on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
That's me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm into minimalism now. Yeah.
10th of December in
Vilnius.
Vilnius. Are you going to do it also online?
Not yet, but good idea. Yeah. Could be. Yeah. It's just I like real, touch and connection.
Mm-hmm.
It's something I feel is, we all have our unique way how we go about things, how we connect. And I really like real live contact, eye contact, and touching. Also, I feel like I can just feel where I need to touch the body and just, unblock and just support space through physical presence.
Mm-hmm.
Online is also an option. Yeah. I can do online sessions. I do one-to-one sessions as well. So yeah.
You even recorded messages, right? Recorded transmission.
Yeah.
That goes straight into the point. Straight point. Really. Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much, Ugne, for coming and sharing.
Thank you for inviting me. So, how do you feel? Shall we see if we can transmit together something?
Mm-hmm.
So for all who listen as well, just close your eyes, and if you can, please sit with straight back, your feet on the ground, and just do slow breathing through your stomach. If you wish, you put a hand on your stomach and the other hand on your heart. Just take slow in breaths and out breaths. So there is a blue light coming through, and the energy of Mother Mary. It's showing how it's planting seeds in listener's heart. And now just feel through the energy going through your hips, going up your spine. Then just feel it staying on the top of your head. Feel how it's soothing your mind. This deep blue, royal blue flow. And Mother Mary is saying connect with 5 directions, with no need to mention what they are, because you all are those directions. Connect with them intuitively in the way that is unique to you. If you had doubts, that's your initiation path to start unlocking your own unique channeling, however you wish to go forward. Have no doubts, for if you've been listening to this, it means you're ready. So any remains of distrust, of doubts, of fears, you can send it to Gaia, to Mother Earth, for recycling. And bless this process, this letting go, this shedding the old skin process. Honor this. Have your own little ritual with a sacred fire element, the only element which transforms, which transmutes. And remember, you're always loved. No matter what you're going through, no matter what mistakes you did, you can't be wrong. So now feel like 2 mothers are hugging you. One is under your feet. Big grounding hug from Mother Earth, from Gaia, who loves us so unconditionally, no matter what we do to her. Feel its nourishing energy coming up through your feet, rejuvenating your cells, your tissues, your bones. Feel it coming up your spine. And then meet on the top of your head the Mother Mary, who is smiling at you and saying to you, welcome home, dear child. Home that is you. Thank you for your longing, for that was only a wish to belong, the sacred call to belong. Now feel that you are in the right place, in the right time, with the right people, with all resources that you need to be who you wish to be. Just feel that happening now. Now you may feel it in your heart. It's very heart opening transmission. You may feel it maybe aching, maybe. It's a nice feeling. It's all welcome. It's all good. Just allow yourself to open those heart corners that's been longing to be loved and opened and witnessed. So now just linger in that state of surrender, of trust, that you have all that you need and you are enough. Yeah, both mothers are repeating, you are enough, you are enough, enough. And then this echo is meeting between them in your heart. So that's the end. And I want to express gratitude to Mother Gaia, Mother Mary, to myself, and to you, Ida, to all of us, what we created here. Thank you. Thank you for loving yourselves.
Thank you.
So, really feel in my chest. Yeah.
is is a beautiful feeling that no words or no thoughts are needed.
I think that's a beautiful way to end our chat, and there's no words needed. Just thank you all for joining in.
Thank you. Thank you for coming and sharing.
Nana. Okay. Bye.
Ai kaya walia tarimai, ui kaminai au pai kasiu, ai kamunai kasuri, ai kamunai kasuri, iu kale kai au paramoye. Uikamuna sarika ikamuni. Itu aika larita ukario. Aikamuni nikarika isaiyo. Aikaruya aikamo aiasui. Ikainu isakiyo. Iyo wale ishesai ukamiyo. Iyo kuwale ishesai ukamiyo. Tarina mai kirasi apale koma. Ikare mai ikaresi okale koye. Y camino para mí así caría, así camino que caía ni carío, ay taría, ay taría, ay taría, ay taría, ay taría, ay taría, walika, 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 ita, 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 Seyara itaniko aikasuri, asari kai kari no nikariyo, itainu ikari itanu ikai, uikasi aikasi taikoma, ikasi tarikoma, aikasi tarikoma. Ai kasia tarikoma. Ai tasia karikoma. Ai amaya tarikoma. Ai amaya tarikoma. Asha.